I see it as a big miss for me. I missed a great chance.
David Moyes was informed in person that his term as United manager will be ending after not even one full season in charge.
I don't see it as a negative. I see me having a chance to do it, and I wasn't ready, and I didn't do something right. I got the chance and I didn't quite take it, so I look back with regret and wishing that I'd done a better job. At that time I had met probably 3 other of the top clubs, either in England or in Europe, who wanted me to become the manager. And my mind was that I wasn't leaving Everton. It was only Sir Alex which made the difference, because Sir Alex wanted me to become manager, and as I've said said many times, he was the one who personally said, you're the next manager of Manchester United. But that came very, very late at the end of the season, and and I was disappointed that I couldn't sort of deal with it better with Bill Kenwright at the time, because I was really close to Bill Kenwright at that time. But Manchester United was special club. I think I wish I was probably where I maybe am now, maybe 7, 8 years older, because I even think at that time I felt experienced, and maybe at that time was experienced. And if you look at the history of Manchester United, they always tended to, they never really always took what they saw as being the top manager. They took something which fitted their model.
Yep.
Sir Alex fitted their model from Aberdeen, had been very successful at Aberdeen, fitted their model, going to give young players a chance, develop their own players, didn't always buy the most expensive players on the planet. And that's what sort of I look forward to, because I saw them as seeing me as someone who they could see who would develop the club and play young players and, put effort into coaching and all the things that would come from it. But unfortunately, it didn't quite go that way, and I only had 10 months. But I see it still as a real positive for many reasons. I don't think many people got offered the Manchester United job.
But picking up on what you said there, David, that if you were offered that job now, 7 or 8 years older, what would you have done now that you didn't do then?
My idea was to follow on everything Sir Alex done. Obviously, I wouldn't be the same. Of course, he was a legend in how he worked and what he done, but I hoped that I wasn't going to change too much. Maybe in hindsight, maybe I had to change maybe quickly, but I think everybody could see it's probably it has taken, and it's probably going to take a bit of time to get it back to those levels again.
Tell us, if you can, what your first experience was like of that elite Manchester United dressing room, because Preston were professional. Everton, you achieved amazing things, but this is a Manchester United team that had been on the back of this amazing period under Sir Alex.
They were unbelievable. It's a bit like where we are today, and I only use it as a sort of an example. It's as if when you're at the club, you can look over the top of everybody else, like we are from this building here today. Their mentality to win, their drive, their hunger was something which I hadn't seen. And I've got to say, I had a really good group of players. In fact, I had a fantastic group of players at Everton. But I saw something more, something which was connected to being a winner, connected to maybe ego a little bit as well. We are going to show that, what we are. So I saw a lot of that, which was good for me, because I said it felt as if you were looking out the penthouse window, and you had a chance to see how good it really looked. I had great support from Sir Alex, great support from David Gill in the background as well, who had both left the club. I had met quite a lot of the former players privately, and sort of spoke to them, and whether about them coming back in or whether it had been involved in jobs or whatever. So I felt as if, I think everybody knew that Sir Alex would go at some time, and obviously somebody was going to have to take the job. And actually, I felt as if people were really, really supportive. They really did. I saw getting the Manchester United job as a real big thing that I wanted to try. And I saw, the main reason I saw for doing it was winning trophies, because I thought Everton's a great club, and I would be knocking at the door for 10 or 11 years, struggling to win a trophy. Good, I want to go to Manchester United and win trophies.
So during that period then, like when did you sort of come to the realisation that it wasn't going to work, or that there wasn't the buy-in?
Let's be honest, parenthood gives you the highest highs and the lowest lows. It can drain you, it can challenge you, it can push you to your limits, your time, your energy, your focus, it's all gone. And how often do you feel like you're just running on empty? And then it's so hard to show up and be that parent that you really want to be. And high performance, by the way, isn't just about big wins. It isn't about victories. It's about showing up consistently for the people and the things that matter the most. And that is why I take Vitals from Heights. This is just 2 capsules. You take them once a day and it's got omega-3, all the B vitamins, iron, D3, 20 essential nutrients. And what's really important actually for me personally is that I know this is designed by doctors and dietitians. I know it's been tested again and again and again. It takes me seconds to take these capsules, but it gives me that stamina, that focus, that better sleep, that mental clarity that just lasts and lasts. All of the things that I think help me to be the dad that I want to be and not the dad that's so tired he can't play with his kids. And if you don't trust me, maybe you'll trust the science. Maybe you'll trust the 120,000 people that take Vitals and they take it for a good reason. So if you want to feel sharper, more focused, more in control throughout your day, just go to heights.com/HP and use the code HP20 for 20% off, or easily just click the link in the description.
I probably never thought at any time it wasn't going to work. I believed it. And I'll tell you the reason why is because the owners had so much grief in their time there. They would stick by their manager. They had done it. Even Sir Alex in times had done it. And even the Glazers, had a really tough time. And so I had real belief that, no matter what would happen, they would stick by me and see it through. So, in Manchester United's style was not to, change their managers regular, to do things correctly, give everybody time. So I was surprised, but ultimately when I look back, I shouldn't be surprised because winning games at Manchester United and being up near the top's the thing that matters.
Could you share with us how it works in that situation? It sounds like you're a guy who didn't necessarily see it coming. So what is there a phone call? Is it a meeting? When does that moment sort of arise? What goes on?
Well, I believe that if you're a leader, I think giving bad news should be done with dignity.
Yeah.
So I think whatever line of work, your business, MD's business, there'll be things in life where we all have to give bad news, but I think there's a style you should do it, and I think you should try and do it. And I think when you're the biggest sports, or one of the biggest sports industries in the world, I think that you should have people who know how to do that. And I just felt in the end it didn't end very well.
How did they do it then?
Well, it was done by a come into the office early in the morning and meet, but by the time it got round, like a lot of these situations is the media had got hold of it, which is the norm, and it can happen. I think that's the world we're in. But hey, I hold no grudges whatsoever now. I'm well moved on, and as I said, it's in the past, and I like going back to Old Trafford. I do. I think a lot of the supporters don't probably see me as bad a light as maybe some do. I think they probably understand exactly how difficult it was.